The rule of thumb for me is to show less than I have and to reveal less than I know. If you and your partner had a good time, it is between you and your partner. You must not come and rub it on our face. Some of us are looking for love. Some of us have found love. So don't come and put your love life and rub it on our faces. I'm just kidding. Hi guys, welcome to yet another episode of this wonderful channel. I'm glad that you stopped by. The return subscribers, I'm really grateful. First time viewers, please stay tuned. You're going to have a good time. How have you been? How's life been with you? I hope this meets you well. Anyway, today we are going to be talking about something that I consider very sensitive or which people take very lightly. And it is basically aspects or key areas of our lives which I feel like should be kept under wraps, aspects of our lives that I feel like should be kept private and not exposed to the public, even if you need to expose it to the public to a very, very limited level and should be done in moderation basically. And so that's what we're going to be talking about today. Have you ever felt the need or the pressure to let out some information or the pressure to open up and reveal some areas of your life which was kind of uncomfortable, which you really didn't like, or which you felt like, I shouldn't have done this? Yeah, that's because even our minds tell us what the acceptable limits of some things should be, and then sometimes we just ignore our minds and then move on and do what we need to do. But there are times that you let out some information and afterwards you feel like, I shouldn't have done this. Why did I even say that much? Sometimes you feel the need to please people, maybe somebody who you had an opportunity to talk with, somebody who maybe was a privilege to talk with, and you started just talking and letting out so many information that wasn't necessary. Sometimes it may be because of the pressure of social media, and other people are doing it, so I need to do it. I need to say this, I need to say that. Anyway, that's what we're going to be discussing today. No matter how civilized life is right now or how civilized life is going to be, I feel like keeping some aspects of our lives private will always be the best thing. The rule of thumb for me is to show less than I have and to reveal less than I know. And I feel like it's something that a lot of us should try to adopt. Some people have let out some information and have created a security threat for themselves. They've made themselves object or targets of these bad guys and the rest. So I feel like even for security reasons, which is very basic, one of the basic needs of a human being, which is security, we need to keep some information or some level of information about ourselves under wraps. We need to keep it private. We need to be discreet about it, even when talking about it, even when revealing stuff about those areas of our lives. I feel like we should be very modest and moderate in the kinds of information that we talk about. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. I hope you find it very interesting, and I hope you learn one or two from it. So let's dive right in. So the first I will start with is something that affects all of us, which is our finances, our financial information, and our income. I am of the opinion that we should not reveal too much when it comes to how much we earn, the things we have, based on maybe what we bought with our money or how much entered our accounts and all that. I feel like that is your personal information and it should be your personal information. You should not just go about putting it on Facebook, on WhatsApp. Hey, this is what I just received. It is not necessary. Many times, like I said earlier, we put ourselves as targets to bad people because we are sharing this information to the public, and it means that just anybody can have access to this information, even people that are your competitors, people that are your enemies, if I may use that word, if you allow me to use that word. They have access to this information. The truth is that these people that you are sending this information to, not everybody likes you, no matter how good you are. Even pastors face criticisms. Even if an angel comes down now and starts living with us as men, they will be largely criticized, they'll be largely hated. So you as a human being with all your flaws, you have people who do not even like you. So when you come out and start saying, this is how much I've made progress, this is how much I've earned, this is how much this and that, I feel like we make ourselves as targets to these bad people. You find some people, they put, hey, I just got this new stuff, I just got it, and the next week they are kidnapped. That is in the extreme. It may not always happen to everybody, yeah, but it happens. So let us try to keep our financial information, even amongst our colleagues. You got a promotion, you must not go around telling everybody I got a promotion. Maybe let the management of the human resources spread that information, but you shouldn't go around, because a lot of people are not even happy for you. A lot of people want to take that place that you are in. So when you start sharing information, my salary, they added 100,000, 200,000 to my salary, it is not necessary. So you can share your information with your family members, with your mentors, fine, but please don't share financial details to the general public. Don't give people reasons to look your way. Avoid such scenarios. Keep your financial information very discreet and stay safe. The second aspect of our lives that, in my opinion, should be kept very private is our love life. When I mean our love life, I don't mean don't put your partner on your status or stuff like that. No, but I'm saying sharing too many unnecessary information to the general public. You get, you and your partner had a good time. It is between you and your partner. You must not come and rub it on our face. Some of us are looking for love. Some of us have found love. So don't come and put your love life and rub it on our faces. I'm just kidding. But yeah, seriously, don't share too much information about your relationship, your love life with the general public. Keep some things detailed. You were engaged, fine, you can tell us you were engaged, but don't come and tell us every step along the way. It does not concern us. Keep some things under wraps. Let us learn to do these things. Even your partner is a human being and he has the right to his own privacy. So sharing some information may make even your partner very uncomfortable. It depends on your relationship, and I would say there is no wrong or right way, but this is just my opinion. And so your partner may feel very uncomfortable by your sharing too much information. You may never know. They may not even tell you, but they may be uncomfortable. So let us have respect for our partners. And then when you share this information, you open yourself to unnecessary criticism. You see people posting their happy life on social media, and then one bad belle from somewhere just comes and makes some nasty comments that shouldn't even be. And you're wondering, other people are saying I go love you. Some other people are saying, I beg, take this thing out of my face. You get, so you make yourself an object of criticism and judgment. Let us try to avoid such things. Have a good time with your partner, but respect his or her own privacy, and also respect your own privacy, your own space. Don't put it out there, just out there. You can give us scanty information and let's leave the rest for our minds to savour on. Don't just put everything all out so that we will see. Also, another point that I'll add to this is that it creates room for gossip. People that don't have work, they're looking for work, will now use you as work. You understand? They will use your relationship as work. They will use your relationship to practice journalism. So let us avoid such scenarios. Let us protect our relationship by keeping our love life very private. We are protecting our love life. We are protecting our relationship. And I feel that is the right thing to do. Okay, the next I'll talk about is your big goals or your next plans. Very, very important for you to keep this under wraps. Honestly, I feel like this is one of the most important for me. Your next move, man, don't start spreading information about what you plan to do, what you want to do, and your next step. This is for you and your drawing board. This is for you and probably people in your team, or maybe your mentors or counselors and all that. It is not for the general public. When you start sharing information about yourself, you now create room for interference. People now feel like they have an opinion as to what is not even supposed to concern them. They now have an opinion. They now tell you, I feel like this thing that you are building like this, you will have built it like this. You have created the room for interference. I don't tell them who asked you, because you shared information with people that you're not supposed to share information. You have impliedly ask for their opinion, and so they will start telling you this. So it creates room for some sort of interference. And then this really happens to me, it may not happen to a lot of people. When I start sharing information like this that are still in their infancy, I feel like if I talk about it more, I'm less likely to do it. I don't know how many people it happens to, but it happens to me a lot. So many at times, if there is something that is still very tender, is still in the developmental stage, I just talk to very sensitive people about it, and I don't just broadcast it, because many times when I start broadcasting things, like, it doesn't happen and I don't know why. I don't know what force it is that stops it from happening, but it has happened to me a lot of times. So I've taken hints rather, and I do not share sensitive information about my plans just yet until it has matured rightly. Also, it helps to reduce pressure because when you have told people now that, see, oh, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going all out now. I want to be an entrepreneur. I don't want to do a 9 to 5 anymore. So I'm launching out right now. People will now be expecting you to launch out, right? And sometimes we put ourselves under undue pressure. How about you launch out and then you tell people I've launched out? When you start telling people, I want to launch out, you now put yourself under pressure. What if it wasn't the right time? I say, okay, let me just take a little time and process this thing further before I launch out. Because you have told people about it, you now feel pressure to just want to do it, and maybe you enter in a hurry and then you fail. So it is very important to keep this sort of things under the carpet until you are ready. Also, it helps you to maintain flexibility. You get, I may say now that I want to start this business and this is how I want to do it. But later on, maybe after making a lot more research or after talking to an expert or two in that subject, I now find out that okay, it is better to do it in this other manner. I will not be able to change it. You know, when you have told people this is how I want to do it, I'm going to start with this one and then I enter this next phase, it will hinder you from maintaining flexibility because you feel like people are already expecting so much from you in that light or along that line. And so you may not be able to maintain out the much needed flexibility that you need while starting up your next move or your next big plan. So let us keep our plans very discreet. Talk to people who you feel like would have something very positive to make as input. Don't just talk to people for talking sake. Don't just talk to people like because you can talk. You get that? Don't talk because you can talk. Talk because you feel like this person knows a little about this subject matter and he can make an input. Don't just say things for saying sake. It can do more harm than good. So the next for me is your health information. Your health information. Omo, am I supposed to even tell you this? You are supposed to know that you're supposed to keep your health information private. It doesn't concern us. I'm not a healthcare provider. I'm not your doctor. I'm not your nurse. So I don't think you should just come and start telling me this. Except I have something to offer. So keep your health information private. It helps to protect your privacy because many a times you say, how did this word get out? I just told this person and this person. It is that person and the other person that you told that still told the other people and the other people multiplied it and now 1,000 people know. So keep your health information private. It helps to keep you safe and sane because the more people that have information about your private life, the more they will talk, the more they will use you as an example. Even when it's a harmless example, they will use you as an example and then the word will spread. And so many a times keeping it private will help to avoid discrimination. A lot of, except diseases that are not communicable, you understand? There's always this stigma. When you tell somebody I have HIV, I have this, there's always this stigma. So you protect yourself and protect the next person. Don't protect yourself in the fashion that okay, you want another person to contract that same illness. No, you're not doing that, but you're saying, okay, I'm keeping my information and then I'm avoiding discrimination. Because the truth is that if we are a group of people and then you find out that one person in your midst has this very communicable disease or has this disease that can be contracted, you find out that the other members of the group may start to distance themselves from that person. And so if you're telling them it's because you want them to be careful, but not the general public, please don't tell everybody about your health information. Talk to your health care provider, which I am not by any means. Talk to your healthcare provider and let them provide solution to your issues. Don't start talking to everybody. And then, when you are sick, it always comes with unsolicited advice. They'll tell you, this sickness, drink agbo. The next person will tell you, this one, take paracetamol. The other one will tell you, no, go and stand under early morning sun. So it will always call for unsolicited advice. And many a times, okay, like I'm telling you now that, oh, my stomach is in, I tell me drink agbo. What is the dosage for this agbo? You don't know. You tell me drink 1 cup. You don't know if 1 cup will kill me. Or, or you get. So there is always room for unsolicited advice when we start sharing our health information. Let us keep our health information under wraps. Talk to people who can help you. Go to your hospital, talk to healthcare providers, let them help you. Don't just start telling everybody. A lot of people will sympathize with you in your front, and then when you go, they will laugh at you. They won't be happy that it's happening to you. The heart of man is desperately wicked. So act wisely. But I need to add this. If you are sick, please let your family members know. They can help you. Let, like I said earlier, let the doctor know, let whoever is taking care of you, but let people that are very close to you know, because this may be the people who may contract it from you if they don't know. You get, so you tell people very close to you, but don't just tell outsiders. Don't just tell you're going to tell your colleagues that you just contracted this. Talk to your OH nurse, talk to your hospital, you get, talk to your family members. Don't just start talking to everybody at random. It will do you more harm than good. So the last I'm going to talk about is closely related to, I think the second I talked about this is about our family life. We need to keep our family life private. Yes, we need to learn to create boundaries. We need to learn to know what is okay to share and what is okay to keep. You get. We need to learn that by protecting, or rather by keeping private our family life, we are protecting our children too. So let us not just expose those that are under our care because we can. Let us learn that even our spouses, our siblings have their own boundaries that we need to honor. We need to honor other people's boundaries. So you may have a sibling who is not really very outgoing, who is not really out there. Don't just push the person right out because you are outgoing, you're a social butterfly, and then you feel like you can just expose everything. Your sibling may not be happy about it. So you should learn to respect even the opinions of people around you. Don't just do things because you can. Your children may not have a say, but they may not like what you are doing. They may not have a say, but they may not even know that what you are doing is wrong or right. And so learn to keep boundaries, learn to create boundaries and keep them. Learn to protect those around you. And I feel like we're going to be safe. So I'll end by saying that there is no right or wrong answer to the aspects of our lives that we need to keep private and to what level or to what degree they should be kept private. But the truth is that keeping them private will help protect our personal information, will help us to create and maintain boundaries, and will help ward off unnecessary judgments, unnecessary criticisms, and unnecessary scrutiny. So let us, by all means, keep ourselves safe. Thank you.